I got to ask you.
By the way, what's the name of your band? Because you're not dressed like that with the hair for no reason.
I'm a big wannabe. I don't have a band. You know what? I'll be honest with you, though. I am a musician. I'm working on an EP, and I'm having a really hard time writing songs and stuff. And I'm considering, collaborating with other people. But the thing with me is that I'm a perfectionist, and I need everything to be exactly the way I want it and how I want it.
No, don't do it. Don't. That's going to be your biggest enemy.
Yeah.
Because you and I and paint. By the way, painters have that, and singers and artists and stuff. The masses don't care. In fact, often that first attempt at something has that authenticity, that thing. And I've gone through it too. Look, I've gone through it's not good enough, I got to do it again. You come back to the beginning, and there's that, when you do something without thinking too much about it, it feels much more natural. When it's too processed, and we've been there too, it sounds too produced. 80s and early 90s music that just sounds like perfect because there are machines involved. Just doesn't have soul. The best thing is, you put on bands that play live, AC/DC, somebody like that. You just start. There are no machines involved. It's a real drummer, and you just don't worry about it. And singing doesn't have to be completely on. Who cares? It's just like the whole vibe. Yeah. I'd get over that. It's got to be right. It's not going to serve you well.
Right. Yeah, see, as big of a Kiss fan I'm a huge Def Leppard fan. And when I listen to an album like Hysteria, where I think it's the most perfect album of all time. You were there in the scene in 87 when that record came out and talking about everything, robotic and computers and perfect. What did you think of the production of that album?
Fantastic. And I know the guys well. And Mutt Lange, the producer, actually made them hit a string at a time.
Yeah.
So you play the whole song string at a time, then you do another track to make up the chord. Usually you do a chord, whatever your chord variations are, and you get a full 4, 5, 6 strings on it. Nope, Mutt would make him record a note at a time. So as the chords moved, a note, then you come back, and obviously it took over a year. Yeah. There are exceptions to the rule, but without a Mutt Lange or somebody there, you're not going to be able to do that. You may as well be true to your own soul, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But, if you listen to a record, like Hot in the Shade or Asylum, it's got some of that late 80s kind of, cannonball snare, reverb, super processed kind of tone.
Well, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have a clue. Just said, I like that.
So it was just a product of the time.
Not even. We didn't even pay attention because at the time, pop was very popular. My girlfriend left me. I'm going to kill myself. All lies, of course. What am I going to do? What does it all mean? Tie-dyed shirts. We didn't have a clue what we were doing. We just didn't like what everybody else was doing. We wanted to do our own thing. And maybe that's the best advice I have for anybody else is ignore what's popular if you want to, and just do what you like.
That's great advice.
It seems so simple, huh?
Yeah. But, a lot of people and I'm one of those people that's guilty of it. I'm just constantly, I'm my worst critic because I record something and I'm like, oh, that could be better. Or, and like you said, the key's in the authenticity. So
the artists, painters, and people like that marvel at the innocence and the authenticity of a child putting their hands in paint and just going. That's the most honest expression.
Yeah.
Where you don't know what you're doing and you never learned how to do it. So what you're seeing on there is pure emotion, pure honesty. And from there, the more you learn, so often it's your friend and sometimes it's your enemy.
Yeah.
The Jeremy White Podcast. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Available wherever you get your podcasts.
The Jeremy White Podcast.
With Bustan. For the best Lebanese cuisine in Montreal, it's got to be Bustan. Visit bustan.ca.
And loudtracks.com. Helping fans connect to their favourite artists. 100% high quality, officially licensed band merchandise that supports the artists you love. Visit our official band merch store at loudtracks.com. Watch the Jeremy White Podcast exclusively on YouTube.